on Facebook. She asked me to like Sandy's page, and I went to look at the page and realized that I also knew Sandy from high school, and I was interested in the book because I am on the anti-bullying committee at my children's school, and I thought it would be something that the younger children especially would be interested in. I messaged Sandy and asked her if she could give me some more information about the book and who it was geared to, because most of the stuff we do at school is for the older students. Our school is K to 8, so the younger students often miss out on author visits and just activities that are geared to their level. So we messaged back and forth a few times, and I found out that she did book readings at some chapters locations, and I asked her if she would do a school visit, which she seemed pretty interested in doing. So I contacted Sandy again to see which classes she would be interested in. My daughter Sarah is in grade 2, so I thought maybe she could do that class. Sandy suggested maybe we could do more than just her class, though she didn't know that it was going to be all of the primary classes. We did 2 kindergarten classes, a grade 1 class, a 2-3 split, and a 3. And we split that into 2 different sessions because having 100 kids, which was a big surprise to Sandy, but doing that all together was too large for her in the small space because we did it in the library. So I had to organize a room in the school. I had to organize with Sandy the number of students so she could bring her supplies. I think she brought pencils and some books to share and also some coloring pages. I also worked with Sandy in putting together a book order form for the kids. So we sent it out to the kids the week before, letting parents know that Sandy was coming and asking them if they were interested in ordering a book. The primary students often get missed out when authors come to visit. So some of the students were so excited that they asked Sandy to write her name on their arm. So she was like a rock star. They were so excited that someone was actually coming to visit them. So that was a big hit with them. And they were mesmerized by her. They loved having someone speak to them at their level and talk about bullying so they could understand. Because sometimes I think what the teachers are talking about, they don't realize that they're bullying, but when Sandy talked about Nelson and what happened to him, that was really at their level. It was interesting, the students answering her questions. They were really using their imagination because they obviously don't know what Nelson looks like. So what they said to Sandy and to the teachers about what he looked like. And one of the funny comments was, where are Nelson's parents? They were very concerned that Nelson didn't have any parents. They just had that empathy for Nelson. And because they're kids and they thought Nelson was a child just like them. So they definitely they felt what Nelson was feeling. We do a lot of anti-bullying education at the school. It's really important. We have Pink Day. The kids have to wear pink. And I think that they understand now why they have to wear pink, and especially the kindergarten kids who are not at school every day, so sometimes they miss that information, that they can help kids and who are being bullied, or maybe they understand, well, doing that isn't nice, and maybe if I was nicer like the people were to Nelson, that maybe I can be friends with that person. Excuse me, and that, you know, I don't have to do that. I can be nice and we can play, and maybe that person is nice. Maybe that person will be my best friend. Maybe they won't. But you know, if someone's sitting there by themselves and they're sad, maybe I should go up and talk to them and help them out. Well, I definitely was attracted to the colors. They're very bright, and it drew my attention when I first saw it on the Facebook page. I thought, you know what, my daughter, who's in grade 2, would definitely be interested in finding out what the top of Nelson looks like. I definitely liked the cover. It really drew my attention, and I probably would have bought it for Sarah. her and her class were so excited to have Sandy there. They all crowded around her. I took pictures. You couldn't even see Sandy. There were so many kids around. And then when they found out that Sandy was going to put their pictures of what Nelson looked like on the website, they told me, because I'm in the school quite often, they all told me that they went to the website to see if they could find their picture. I liked it because it was geared to the younger students, and it definitely was at their level. The concepts were easy for them. The concepts were easy for them to understand. They could relate to Nelson. They had empathy for Nelson. They felt what he felt, and they were so creative in their drawings of what Nelson looked like. I know that my child was ecstatic when the presentation was over. She loved what Sandy did.
I really like it.
You do? What do you like about Nelson?
That he's kind and sweet and did something nice for the children in the town.
When you saw his legs, what did you think?
I thought he was a giant.
He has big legs, doesn't he? Well, what about the rest of him?
I didn't see it.
And so how did you imagine he looked?
I imagined he looked funny.
And was your picture funny that you drew?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, when you drew your picture, what went through your mind when you were thinking about it? How did you feel about
happy.
Nelson, the way he felt?
I don't really know.
Were you sad for Nelson?
Yeah.
But after it was all said and done, were you happy for him
Yeah.
that he was able to make the children toys?
Yeah.
Very good. Now, really quick, last question. Would Nelson the Giant be something that you would tell a friend about?
Yeah.
What would you tell a friend about Nelson?
I would tell about Nelson. I would tell my friends about Nelson because he is sweet and he was kind.
Very good. And you're sweet and kind too, right?